Hey, welcome back to my channel From Business with Love. Today we're going to talk about the shiny object syndrome. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Colin Parsons. I am a currently unemployed, starting a business person based in Luxembourg, and I created this channel to effectively give therapy to myself, track my journey along the way, see where I can improve things, maybe help someone along the way that might be struggling with things like I've been going through. Because I think it can be quite a lonely world in terms of setting up your own business. Now, I want to talk about the shiny object syndrome. So you might know what it is, but if you don't, effectively, it's the next shiny thing. So we'll take a simple example. You have a nice car, but you see a new car and you go, oh, I want that one. Now, you can apply the same logic in terms of any area of your life. Now, when it comes down to business, it's very easy to get attracted by the next shiny thing. So shiny things can be absolutely anything. But in my case, what I see is, oh, there's a course or a coaching session or some available option to do a webinar or something. And that shiny object actually takes you away from the direction that you want to take. Now, this can be confusing for two reasons. Sometimes you don't know in business if what you're doing currently is successful. Now, you might be stagnant, you're not getting anywhere, a bit like me at the moment. So I currently don't have any clients. I went to a training yesterday where they talked about starting a business. I'm unemployed. If you followed this channel for a while, you'll know I'm unemployed. I'm getting an unemployment benefit, which is very generous in Luxembourg. I have to say that they've been great. That does come with restrictions in terms of travel freedom. You have to check in and do a load of things. But in terms of money, it's very, very, very great. And I am very appreciative to the government for doing that. Now, yesterday we had this meeting and there were, let's say, 20 people starting their own business. And they're all at different stages. Now, some are more confident, and confidence isn't always a sign that things are going well in a business. People just might be good at speaking about what they're doing. The reality is they're actually not as advanced as you, or your business is not comparable. But when you start to feel that things aren't working well, so yesterday I started to feel a little bit inferior. These thoughts of, Jesus, all these people here are really lined up, they're talking to clients, they seem to have everything sorted out. I'm not talking to anyone. I'm active on LinkedIn every day. I'm posting content. I'm actively adding to people's comments. Yeah, I get a few likes, a few impressions, but the algorithm in LinkedIn for me currently is not supplying me with great impressions. So most of my posts get something like 20, 30 impressions. Now, how am I supposed to build a business off the back of that? Now, this is where the shiny object syndrome comes in, because for a while, LinkedIn was the shiny object for me. I had to put my effort in that and be consistent. Now, I have a routine every day. I have a routine with content. I do need to keep feeding the machine for content. But ultimately, then I start to think, oh, okay, well, what am I helping people with? And it's easy. So one of my biggest problems is that I can help with a lot of things. I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of interests in people, in processes. I've worked in banking. There's a whole load of things that I can help people with. Now, the reality is people like you to narrow things down, and so you can be more marketable. They know to come to you for the process guy or the people guy. And in my case, that can be quite difficult because I like to market myself and I know I can help people in many ways. So one of the things that I have struggled with for many years is I flip-flop between process modeling and helping people and companies. Now that's confusing for my market. Now, where the shiny object syndrome comes in is that you will see everywhere people advertising or offering you services. Okay, yes, get more on video and people will come and talk to you, have more More visibility on camera. That's the way things are going, even on LinkedIn. Yes, more visibility. Let's do an interview for an hour and let's cut that interview up and you can have 10 clips that you can put on social media. Great. But that's a shiny object. Now, another course offering, okay, win clients. Okay, I'm currently not winning any clients, so I need help. But that's a shiny object. If I continue on LinkedIn, will this produce anything? So internally, I get a bit scared that ultimately my unemployment will run out. I need to report every month to the unemployment what I'm actually doing and try and prove that I'm actively doing these things. But at the end, I need clients, I need business. And I don't have a fancy lifestyle, but that still costs me a fair amount of money. And in Luxembourg, that's not cheap. Now, what do you do? And it's easy to get caught by this shiny object syndrome because you think it's the thing that's going to solve your problems. Now, I think it's a good point here to think about what patterns show up in your life, because it's easy to jump to the next thing and you basically do the same thing, maybe not complete that course or not take action. Now, something I've noticed for myself is that I am really bad at asking people for their time, for their energy, and definitely for their money. I freeze up. It seems absolutely insane to me to do. It all seems great, but when I get in front of people, yeah, I freeze up. I kind of go, oh, no, I'm not worth it. But the reality is I'm avoiding getting better at that skill. And if I'm to master business, which hopefully I will one day, asking for money and agreeing contracts and the work that you're going to do is a big part of that. Now, it doesn't need to be messy and big negotiations, etc. I want to find the right clients that want what I'm offering, and I want to help them. Ultimately, that's the best thing for both of us. But I also have to get over that hurdle of asking for money. Now, these shiny things, these courses, these interviews, etc., they all cost money, and you can put a lot of energy and effort into them. So how am I deciding? Well, I'm just literally writing down what I'm going to get from that. And is it aligned with what I'm trying to achieve? Now, these might just be blips, or these just might be small diversions, but they may pay off. And I also need to understand, not just in my head, but on paper, does it make sense to do those things? Can I afford to do it? Is it going to take me away? Can I use that? Is it of benefit? Is it aligned to the direction I'm trying to take? Same with the course. Is that going to get what I need? So it's not easy, but what you need to remember is, what is your direction and what are you trying to achieve? And by doing that thing, is that going to help you? It's easy to say, yes, I take a course, but do you know inside you're going to take action on those things? Because we've all taken courses and either done, not even opened up the course, or we've done 10% and we've lost interest. But you need to understand what your drive is, what you're avoiding, and try and fix that thing that you're avoiding. Now, some of those might actually, those courses or interviews, they might help you. And it might connect you to more people and make that process easier. But you have to weigh that up for yourself. The best thing to do is write it down on a piece of paper, try and be clear on where you're trying to get to. That might be a bit of a fuzzy direction, but if it takes you away from it and it's costing you too much money, then I would say no. Be selective, be honest. You do have to take risks. Sometimes you have to spend money that you could ultimately hang on to. But business and exchange of money is more of an energy than anything else. If you basically hold on to money and are really scrupulous about every single penny, I don't think you're going to get it back. You need to allow money to go out, pay for services and pay for people to help you when you need it. And then hopefully that sort of energy will return, because ultimately you want to help someone. So the energy needs to flow back to you. So I don't know if this video is useful for you, if you've got caught up in the shiny object syndrome. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, if not, I'll catch you next week. Cheers.